Let's start with kerosene lamp. We all know how kerosene lamp works. How it works? If we light a lamp on the top, the oil on the top will be burned first. Next, this oil supplied through the thread from the bottom. So this process continues until the fuel empties at the bottom. So this process also works in the same way. So let's see how it works. Water evaporates in the mesophil. This creates negative pressure. This pressure pulls the water upward. By this action, entire column will be pulled upward. So it is working like a kerosene lamp. What are the key forces used here? The first one is cohesion. Water sticks to other water molecules. So this binding happens between the water molecules. So we call it as cohesion. The second force used here is adhesion. Water molecule attached with the xylem wall. So we call it as adhesion. So two kinds of forces are applied here. By these two forces, water will be supplied continuously. Important terms: transpiration pull. Main driving force. So it is the main driving force for the transportation of water. Xylem is a dead tissue. Okay. Fifth point is transpiration. The definition for transpiration is loss of water as a vapor from the aerial parts. Aerial parts means they are at the top. They are at the air level. Okay. They are at the atmospheric level. Okay. Types of transpiration. The first one is stomatal transpiration. So it happens up to 90%. The remaining are happening in 10% only. What are they? The second one is cuticular transportation. Third one is lenticular transportation. Factors affecting transpiration. If there is more light, then there will be more transpiration. Same. If there will be more temperature, then will be more transpiration. If there is more humidity, that means more water available in the air, then transpiration will be low. If there is more wind, due to the more wind, transpiration will be increased. Water evaporation will be increased here. Okay. What are the uses of transpiration? The significance of transpiration. It drives the water to the upward. So plant gets water and minerals here. Okay. The second function is cooling effect. So it cools the plant from the high temperature. The third function is, I already told you, it is supporting for mineral transport. The sixth point, that is mineral ion uptake. Types of transport. The first one is passive transport. It happens along with the gradients. So energy is not used here. The second transportation is active transport. It requires ATP. It works against gradient. So energy must required here. Steps involved here are: the first one, proton ATPase pumps protons out. So here proton ATPase pumping the protons outside the guard cells, that is stomata. It creates electrochemical gradient. Here ions entering via symport, that is proton ion together. Symport means along with the gradient. So here both ions going through one way. The second one is antiport. One is going to outside, another one is going to inside. So they are working oppositely. So we call it as antiport. By this antiport, exchange will be happen. Carriers and channels. Ion channels works fastly. Carrier proteins. Carrier proteins are specific for specific molecules. The seventh point is transport through membranes. Here we learn which are passive and which are active. The first one is diffusion. Diffusion is passive. So it happens from high concentration to low concentration. Here energy is not required. The second one is facilitated diffusion. It happens with protein mediated. So some specific proteins are involved here. The third one is active transport. We know active transport means energy is required. The fourth one is secondary active transport. It uses gradient. Gradient means it works along with the gradient. Remember one thing, secondary transport also requires ATP, but that comes from the primary active transport. So here secondary active transport is not taking directly the energy. The energy is coming from the primary active transport. The first active transport filling the battery, the second active transport using the battery. Okay. Important concept. Selectively permeable membrane transport depends on the molecule size and its charge and its gradient. So it is specific to the molecule. Okay. It won't happen with other molecules. It is specific to some molecules only. The eighth point is macromolecule transport. Macro means the big size one. Okay. So here we learn about how big size molecule transported in the plant. The first one is endocytosis, uptake into the cells. So here transportation happening into the cells. That means it is happening into the cells, not outside. The second one is exocytosis. It is happening to outside. So here secretion is outside. The third one is vesicular transport. It is happening within the cells, not happening with other cells. Okay.